Hello everyone, and welcome to the Week 6 edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's High School Football Rundown presented by Cooks and produced by RiverStreet Productions. I'm Sports Editor Zach Colburn, and Assistant Sports Editor Brandon Moree will be with us in just a minute to take a close look at this week's games. It is the first week of conference play, and there were two very big games involving Wilkes County teams and the return of Camden Wyatt at Wilkes Central. Brandon's got more on that over at the big board.
Thanks, Zach. Conference play is here, and we could not be more excited about it. We had a very intriguing non-conference slate of games for all four Wilkes County teams. Three of them went 4-0. Wilkes Central went 2-2. But now, after the first week of conference play, we've got a little bit better idea of what things are going to look like as the Mountain Valley Athletic Conference season gets going. Okay, we're going to start by taking a look at Wilkes Central and West Wilkes on Friday night. This was the first score of the game. Ortiz is going to fumble the snap, but he still picks it up and finds Cole Smith wide open for a 35-yard touchdown pass. So we thought we were going to see a really competitive, air-it-out game there early on, but Wilkes Central and the return of that young man right there, Camden Wyatt, were just too much for the Blackhawks. Wyatt would throw for 4 touchdowns, including that 70-yarder to Tyler Bowles. One of the most important things about Camden Wyatt being back under center means that that young man right there, Skylar Brooks and Josiah Ferguson, who both played quarterback at times for the Eagles, can now go back to their natural positions at wide receiver, and they are some dangerous targets. Brooks scored twice through the air and once on the ground in the game. Wyatt threw for 266 yards. Bowles had the 70-yard touchdown reception, and C.J. Williams found the end zone as well with a 1-yard touchdown pass. Okay, let's move on. We're going to take a look at the game between the Cardinals and the Vikings out in Hayes on the very first drive, just 90 seconds into the game. Bryce Vestal makes a great read on the option to Devin Couch, and he scores on a 20-yard run to take the early lead. Jared Grimes still had a big game despite the fact that they got blown out at home by the Cardinals 40-13. He still ran for over 100 yards and that touchdown there to start the third quarter, but that was as close as the Vikings would get as Bryce Vestal and Devin Couch helped move things along in the second half. Both teams came into that game undefeated at 4-0. East Wilkes now 5-0. North Wilkes now 4-1. East Wilkes at the top of the conference, and it looks like they've got the chance to stay there for a while. They will be hosting West Wilkes next week for another big inter-county game. Okay, that's it for the highlights. Let's take a look at the RiverStreet Productions Play of the Week. We're going back to Moravian Falls. We talked about Camden Wyatt, and welcome back to action, the young man. This is a great fade route to the front side of the end zone, and that's Skylar Brooks, who makes an acrobatic catch there for the Eagles. Great play, guys, and a great win for Wilkes Central. That's going to do it for me. Zach, back to you.
Thanks, Brandon. Two big games highlight the Mountain Valley Athletic Conference docket next week, as East Wilkes will host West Wilkes in a rematch of last year's thrilling regular season finale, and Wilkes Central will travel to North Wilkes, the site of where they clinched last year's conference championship. And you can follow all of that action at our Twitter and Instagram handles at WJP_sports. And while you're at it, like us on Facebook as well. This has been the Week 6 edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's High School Football Rundown presented by Cooks. We'll see you on Friday night.